Hello there. This is another The More You Know with Tech Teach Grow segment, and this one specifically is about the Chrome Web Store. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the difference between apps and extensions. If you use Chrome, you most likely will have this somewhere on your Chrome browser. And if you click this, this takes you to apps. And these are Google Apps. They are basically shortcuts to applications. And so Google Docs is a web-based application. This would take me to Google Docs. If I click this, you can see I'm in Google Docs. These are my past docs. I can create a new doc. Slides, same thing. These are some other ones that I have access to. And yours may look different. It just depends on what you have added. But you can see one of the apps is a shortcut to the web store. And so I can click this and get to the web store. You can get to the web store a variety of ways. You can just Google Chrome Web Store, Google Chrome Store. Most things will take you there, but there's lots of ways to get there. As you can see, it's kind of set up like the App Store if you're an Apple person. And basically, there's lots of different things that you can add. Some of them, it's for fun, some for productivity. Most of mine I use to basically provide an extension to my Chrome browser. So these are all extensions. And on the left, there's a navigation here. You can see that it will filter and kind of into different categories. These are all extensions that you could add to your Chrome browser. I typically stick with productivity tools. And then when I click this, you'll see it sort of changes to filter down to things that might help me be more productive. Lots of different choices. If you look across the top of my browser right here, these are all where the extensions end up. So if I choose something on here that I want, I can click, like here's Google Translate. So I'm going to click on that. All it does is ask add to Chrome. And then it says, really? So I'm adding the extension. And then you get a notice that it's been added. And you can see it as it's a part of my browser up top there. So right now, I'm using a Chrome extension to make this video tutorial. And that one is called Screencastify. You see this little red dot. That means I'm recording right now. And it's a great one you can add on there. It's great for students, great for teachers, for tutorials, for students to explain their thinking. I use it often. These are some other ones that are available. This is one that may be handy for teachers too. This one's called Broadcast This URL. And essentially, you click this when you're on the page that you want to be on and you want to share that with somebody else. If you click this, it'll send out some musical tones, and the other devices will hear that musical tone, prompt the user to say, hey, so-and-so has sent this to you. Do you want to open it? So listen to this. So you may have gotten a notice while you're listening to this video of a possible URL to open up. But that's can be a handy one for teachers. You can see Google Classroom here. If there's some content on the screen that I wanted to add, I could click on that and it would send it into my Google Classroom if I have a Google Classroom set up. The Bitly is another one that's really popular. It's a shortener. Let me see what happens if I click on that. Maybe nothing during this tutorial. Let me go over here and try Bitly again. Yeah, so it pops up. Bitly is a URL shortener, so you can see across the top I have this really long URL, and Bitly allows me to get a shorter one, which makes it easier for students to get typed into their browsers. And so you can actually even customize it, this portion down here as well. You can copy this and share it, but Bitly's a good one. One of the other ones that I use a lot, Google Keep. I'm going to click that. And essentially what Google Keep does is that whatever content you have on the screen, it will capture that content, it'll capture the URL, and then it saves it to your Google Drive in an area called Google Keep Note. And so it's really, really handy, a handy place to save different things and content from the net. And then with Google Keep, you can bring those notes. That's essentially what it is. I'm taking notes. You can bring those notes into any of the Google Docs, slides, sheets. You can bring that information back as you need it. And maybe I'll do a tutorial on Google Keep at another time. But I just wanted to make sure that you realize that there are lots of different things and ways for you to customize your Chrome browser from the Chrome store. And it's really up to you to decide what it is that you need and what will help you be more productive. But there's also a lot of fun ones in there too. So hopefully this helps you become a little bit more familiar with the Chrome store, and you can see it's fairly easy to add those things. I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet or not, but this HSD Google Play Store, this is what the students are allowed to add. So if there are things that you come across that you think, hey, students should have these, let us know and we'll try to add more of those to this area. But we didn't want to have it all the way opened up, because you can see as you look through here, there's things that really are more of the opposite of productivity. And they also do they do kind of slow down the system as well. So hopefully this was helpful. And as you can see, I'm going to click my red button here from Screencastify, a Google extension on my Chrome browser.